On the anniversary of Punked, a lot of Bears fans think they are being punked right now by the signing of Andy Dalton. Are you one of them, Ashton Kutcher?
Are you talking about the orange rifle?
That's the one. That one.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, my mom always told me when I got to the dinner table, you get what you get and you don't get upset, right? So, I'm looking at Andy Dalton, and I'm like, I always try to find, like, the good side of it. One, we have a first round, a second round, a third round, fifth round, or I think like a fifth round, seventh round draft pick next year. And so, we didn't have to give up the world, right?
Yep.
And if we would have got Russell Wilson, it sounds like that deal would have meant giving up the franchise. We need an offensive line. Like, we need depth in our offensive line. Like, Daniels went down last year, and it was obvious. Like, it's why we had a good run at the beginning of the season, and it fell off, is that we're playing the offensive line shuffle game all year, and because we just don't have the depth there. So I'm happy that we've got some draft picks. I'm happy that we still have some, powder in the chamber. And look, if you look at Dalton, like, through his career, I think last year, like, he's always hovered around like a 60+% completion rate, and that's good news, right? Because Trubisky, when under pressure, couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. So I'm excited to have a guy that can deliver the football on target. And other than like that, his last year in Cincinnati, that was kind of like he knew he was out the door, and it was kind of ugly. He's played well. And we got Robinson. We got the franchise tag on, and Miller is great, and Mooney is a really promising young talent.
Yeah.
So he's got some receivers. So maybe we can get an offensive line, and our defense is dope. So and we have a new defensive coordinator. That's a little we'll see. He's been with the franchise for a while. He was a safeties coach, but I actually think it's a smart move. All in all, given, we could get Russell Wilson, but he'd probably get hurt if we can't bolster our offensive line to keep him upright. And then you've spent all your draft picks and all your money on a guy who's just got hurt because you couldn't protect him.
All right, so you're being positive about it, and I appreciate the glass half full right there. And and our radio audience is going to be going away in about 30 seconds time, and we'll continue this conversation on our Peacock side for just a couple of minutes before we say farewell to Ashton Kutcher. But we do have a segment here, Ashton, called Higher Register, where we have to kind of go up here in order to believe what we're saying. You did start a little higher register about Andy Dalton, like, hey, he's got that 60% completion percent. Like, you did go a little higher register on me there, Ashton.
Listen, is this the guy for the future of the organization? I don't know, but I also don't think that we're picking up a guy in like the 11th year of his career and thinking that this is the guy for the future of the organization. So,
right.
He might be a guy that he's a guy that gives us a shot.
I know, and we're back on hour 3 in a second, but sure, I know, I hear what you're saying, and I like your moxie, I like your positive thinking, Ashton. I just like it. It's very.
It's how I get through life, Rich.
It's how you do it. Okay, so what do you think? 10 wins for the Bears? You think they actually threaten the Packers? What do you think? What do you got for me?
Oh man. I have to look at the schedule. I'm not just going to throw it out there. I really need to look at the schedule.
Well, it's coming out. That's coming. So you got a few more weeks, and then maybe, as I was saying before, Ashton, and I'll just match your positive for positive before sending you off onto your Wednesday. That if they draft somebody 20th overall as a rookie, what better quarterback room than having Foles and Dalton to show them the ropes, to not only show them about how to be a professional, but how competition can be healthy with two awesome human beings in the room. So maybe that's something you can look at by the end of April.
I would like to I would like to get some offensive line love in. Let's build that up for a year. Say we've got Dalton for 2, and then go for a quarterback.
Long game. All right. Very good. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.